So I'm going to get really personal right now. At one time, no matter how much antiperspirant I used, I would sweat and sweat and sweat and ruin all of my clothes. Wear them once and they were stained. Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore because there's a new procedure that actually stops sweating under the arms and has other benefits too. We went to the Institute of Anti-Aging to check it out. Hey, Corey, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. Okay, so this procedure right here to take care of sweating, what were you dealing with in your daily life, especially in the hotter months?
Well, even the colder months, I mean, I just start sweating on under my armpits. I mean, I wear golf shirts almost every day, and next thing you know, they get wet, and then it gets cold, and it gets nasty, and then next thing you know, you got to throw your shirt away because it's ruined.
Yeah.
And you can't get the deodorant out of there or whatever.
And you're in sales, so I'm sure that made you self-conscious too.
Well, yeah. I mean, then you go downtown to a corporate meeting or something, you wear a long sleeve shirt, and next thing you know, you raise your hand, and you big old wet spot under your arms. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, and then of course, like you mentioned, you're wasting money because you're buying shirts over and over again because the dry cleaners can't get it out.
Right.
Who hasn't been in a situation where you unconsciously kept your arms down because you knew that you had a big wet stain under your arms? You were just kind of a little self-conscious about it.
Yeah, I used to actually at one time take paper towels and fold them and put them under my arms because I would sweat so much. But one day the paper towel kept like creeping up and creeping up, and an audience member goes, "You got something coming out of your chest," right? But you're right, and I would always keep my arms down because of that reason. All right, so how are you feeling right now? Is your underarm getting numb?
Hard to tell.
Yeah. So this is the first phase of it.
He'll know in a minute.
Yeah, right. That's the first phase of the underarm getting numb.
Right. We put the topical numbing on. That'll make it, comfortable for us to come back and do the Novocaine, lidocaine injections into the skin that make it completely numb.
Yeah, kind of like when you go to the dentist, right?
Exactly.
So while Corey is in there getting all numbed up for his Miradry procedure, Marissa has already had it done. How bad of a sweater were you before?
I sweated profusely. Like, I couldn't wear a colored shirt to work. I'd have big sweat marks underneath my arm, and it was embarrassing. I would wear black and white, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, you had this done about a month ago. Do you have deodorant on today?
I do not.
Or antiperspirant on?
Nothing.
Okay, so normally what would happen? Raise your hands. What would happen if you had raised your hands before?
I would have a big mark right here.
Yeah. And nothing?
And nothing.
Wow.
So,
and guess what?
It doesn't smell bad.
She smells spring fresh.
And then we start the machine, which grabs a little fold of skin using a suction technique, transmits the energy through it that destroys the sweat glands, and then we move on. So it's a stepwise click, 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 click until you cover the whole thing.
Yeah.
Miradry destroys the sweat glands in the armpit. And it does it using some radio frequency energy that is emitted in there, heats those sweat glands to the point where they're destroyed, and it doesn't do anything, doesn't damage the surrounding tissue. And so you're permanently relieved of sweat and odor.
Okay, I can hear people now, and they're wondering, human beings are supposed to sweat. So if we get rid of that sweat gland, then what happens?
Well, this procedure only destroys less than 2% of your total sweat glands. This is an insignificant amount of your sweat glands, so it will have no effect at all on your ability to tolerate the heat, to enjoy outdoor activities, athletics. It will have no effect on that at all.
So basically 2% of your sweat glands are under your arms, but they cause 100% of the problem. Okay, for 20 years you all have been involved in this type of medicine, so you're kind of like the groundbreakers here in Houston. But you make sure that things are FDA approved or FDA cleared first.
Absolutely. The Miradry machine and technique has been FDA cleared for over 2 years now. So I always try to give things a little time so I can kind of see how it works out. But I'm very confident now that this machine, having been FDA cleared for permanent reduction of sweat and odor, is a very safe procedure, and that's something that almost anyone will benefit from.
Yeah. All right, benefits, sweat and odor, but there's a third benefit that we're starting to see. It's not meant for this, but people are seeing a reduction in hair.
Absolutely. The hair follicles that are there are still picked up by the energy, and it destroys almost all the hair follicles too. Some regrowth will occur, and some in more than others. Someone with really thick hair in their arm may have some. Exactly. So, but it does have that little added benefit.
Yeah, and so what it basically gives people like Corey is self-confidence. You're probably going to have to work on raising your arm now because you've been so used to keeping it down, right?
Yeah, exactly. It gives you the confidence just to do whatever you want. If you're in a crowded room and it's hot, if you're at a gathering, a party or whatever, and you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Look at Corey, nice. Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, exactly. What do they say? Never let them see you sweat.
Yeah, well, this way you don't have to let them see you sweat. so I actually had it done, as I mentioned earlier, on under one armpit because I wanted to compare if it really, really worked. Okay, so it was done on my left arm, and there's no antiperspirant on this one right here, but I have none on here either because we could compare. So Ralph, I just go ahead and you can't really see what is sweating over here. It's wet over here, but how's that smell right there?
That smells really good, Deborah.
Smells really good. Okay,
Yeah.
how's this one right over here? All right. Okay, you proved the point. Dr. Laconi has a special offer for Great Day viewers. Call now to make your appointment and receive $200 off of Miradry. Make sure to mention Great Day Houston when you call. You can reach the Institute of Anti-Aging now at 713-807-1000, 713-807-1000, or find them online at antiageinstitute.com. Does someone know CPR for Ralph over here? Okay.